Hello class 6. Today we are going to learn about brackets. So there are different types of brackets. First we'll learn about them. The common type of bracket that we use is this one. Okay. And this kind of bracket is called as small brackets or parenthesis. Okay. The next type which we often use is this one, and the name of this bracket is middle bracket or also known as curly brackets. Then we have another one, it's called the big brackets or the square brackets. These are the main types of brackets that we often use and have often seen before. Now we are going to learn about a different type of bracket that is represented by a line like this, and this is called as a bar bracket or vinculum. Okay, so now we will learn how to use or open these kind of brackets. Most of the time we simply, whenever we look at the brackets, we think of the brackets are used for very simple reasons, but actually bracket have more important role. Okay, the bracket that first is used, or the first bracket that we need to open or we need to simplify the terms inside the bracket is the bar bracket or the vinculum. First, whatever you see, you will first try to open this bracket or simplify the terms inside this bracket first. Then only we move on to the second bracket. The second bracket will be the small bracket or parenthesis. After opening the vinculum, then it's turn to open and simplify the parenthesis. First you simplify the elements, the terms inside parenthesis, then you open the parenthesis, the bracket, small bracket, then we move on to the next step. The next step will be, if there is any, then we'll try to simplify the terms inside the middle bracket or curly brackets. Simplify the terms inside this curly bracket, then you can open the curly brackets. Outside this bracket also, if there is any other bracket, then that should be the big brackets or square brackets. Okay, then we'll simplify the terms inside these brackets, big brackets or square brackets, and then we can open this bracket, and that is supposed to be the last bracket which will be found in that given expression. All right, now the most important thing before you open up the bracket or remove the bracket, when there is positive sign before a bracket, positive sign means a hero, remember, then it can be removed without any change in sign. Because positive sign plus sign means hero, we can easily remove the bracket without any problem. We can remove the bracket because there will be no change in sign. But when there is negative sign before a bracket, negative sign means minus sign, minus sign means villains. Okay, here you need to be careful. If there is a negative sign before, then the sign of every term inside the bracket has to be changed. I repeat, the sign of every term inside the bracket has to be changed when you are opening up the bracket. Without opening the bracket, if you change the sign, then it's wrong. Okay, so first you open the bracket, remove the bracket, and then you change the sign of each and every term which is inside the bracket. All right, okay, that is how the negative signs changes the sign of all the terms. Okay, if it is outside the bracket, because negative signs are the villains. So you have to be very careful when you see a negative or a minus sign. So let's continue now with exercise 20b. First question, evaluate and we are going to do the question number 2, part 2 of this. That is 5x plus within the bracket is 3x plus 7x. Now you can see that within the bracket there are two terms, 3x and 7x. 3x plus 7x are x and x terms, like terms, so we can add them, okay, using the plus sign. So first thing is, within the bracket itself we will add them, we'll simplify it. So 3x plus 7x gives you 10x, okay. So 3x plus 7x is 10x, and this 5x is outside the bracket as it is. Now when you remove the bracket, you can simply remove the bracket because there is no minus sign that you need to be afraid of, okay. So there is a plus sign, you can simply remove the bracket. Now you see 5x and 10x, the same terms, the like terms, and they can be added and you'll get the answer as 15x. 15x is the last simplified answer. Next will be question number 3, which is 6m minus within the bracket is 4m minus m. Now why I chose this question for the example is because there is a minus sign over here and the minus sign over here as well. So when you see a minus sign or a negative sign before a bracket, how you are going to deal with them? So first thing is, within the bracket, if they can be simplified, we will simplify them inside the bracket only. So we'll write the first term 6m as it is minus, and 4m minus m gives us 3m. Just remember that when the signs are different, over here 4m inside the bracket has no sign in front, means it's positive, and this is minus. So plus and minus means different signs, so we subtract. 4m minus m gives us 3m. Now this is a plus 3m which is inside the bracket, and there is a minus sign in front, so this plus 3m will change into minus 3m. Alright, so there is a change in sign, there is no sign means it's plus, and here it has become minus. Now 6m minus 3m, the two different signs, whenever you have different signs, then we subtract. So here we subtract. 6 minus 3 is 3, so 3m, and the sign of the positive number, that is no sign over here, the bigger number is plus, so bigger number is 6 and its sign is plus, so we take the sign of the bigger number and that will be plus. We don't have to write that, so it is 3m. Alright, so that's the answer. Next, I'll take the example of question number 2. Simplify. Directly I move on to question number 5 of this question. So here we have x minus y within the bracket, minus within the bracket again minus x plus y. Okay, so here there are two minus signs in front of both the brackets, so here there will be some change in sign, so you have to be careful with this change in sign. Don't forget to change the sign whenever there is a minus sign in front of the bracket. So here the first step is change the sign of this plus x, that becomes minus x because of this minus in front, and this minus y becomes plus y. Alright, now this minus x becomes plus x, and this plus y becomes minus y. So minus becomes plus and plus becomes minus. It's very simple, okay. Whenever there is minus or negative sign in front of the bracket, every term will change their sign, so we get this. Now take the like terms, this x, x and this x, take the like terms and keep them in order, okay. So x minus x and this plus x over here, then we have plus y and minus y. Now when you arrange them in like terms, this x and this x cancels because plus 1x and minus 1x cancels, you'll get 0, so you are left out with x only, and plus y and minus y also cancels, so there is 0, so you are left out with only 1x. So the answer is simply 1x or x as the answer. Next is question number 15, directly, because I want to show you how a vinculum has to be treated. Over here we have a vinculum, 3x plus 2x minus x plus 2, and here there is a vinculum. All right. So first thing is we will simplify and try to simplify the things inside vinculum, and then we will remove it. Over here, x plus 2 are different terms, unlike terms x and 2. All right. So they cannot be simplified. Hence we remove the vinculum this way, because there is a minus sign in front. So this x which is inside the bracket, inside vinculum, it is only x, means it is positive, so it becomes minus, and this plus 2 becomes minus 2 because of this minus in front of vinculum. Okay, so there is a bracket over here. So now within the bracket you have 2x minus x, which can be simplified. 2x minus x will give you x, and minus 2 remains as it is, and there is a plus sign in front. Okay, now when you remove the bracket with the plus sign in front, then there is no change in sign. So this comes down as without change in sign. Okay, now 3x and x will be same signs we add, hence we get 4x minus 2. Okay, so 4x minus 2 is the answer. So with this we come to an end of our video. All right, so your assignment will be exercise 20B, page number 186, question number 1 and 2. Thank you.